Yeah, so as I was flying, I wiped out pretty hard and snapped my connector again, but it's alright. I'm gonna go ahead and clean it up real quick and we will get it wrapped up. I'm thinking that this time around I have some heat shrink here. I'm gonna put one on each cable, on each wire, and then I'll leave one also for both, like so that I can join both of them, but both of them will be insulated or wrapped, and then I can do something similar to what I did here with this red. Yeah, so the last time we were here, I replaced the camera with the Baby Rattel 2. So far, I'm very impressed with it. I do like it. And I found this little strap. I'm not sure if y'all have seen any of my other videos, but I need a better strap. Any comments or suggestions? I'm all ears. I need a better strap for my little Tinyhawk. The one that it came with, I went ahead and messed it up. Actually tore it up, so that was my fault. But that was a good connector, or a good little strap, because it had like a little loop through that you could use to tighten. I don't have my bag with me, but I'd show you the other one. It doesn't matter. Anyway, so let's go and get going through that. This cable is already pushing its length, because this isn't the first time that I've had a little accident such as this. So I'm gonna grab this, turn it just a little bit, and I'm holding the wire there. Hopefully y'all can see that. And there's the red piece, and we've got the little piece of red there too, in case it didn't jump away. Perfect. So we've got our both our ends there. I'm gonna go get my little tweezers. We'll tighten that up, and we'll get to soldering. Anyways, we'll start back here. I'm going to remove the propellers on the back side here. I think it'll give me just enough space. The way I usually do that is I just turn it the other way, then they turn just enough to where I get enough of a little, turns up a little bit, right? I'm sure that there's like a tool for such a small, tight, close propeller to the motor. I'm not sure. So all I'm doing here, hopefully you can see, or hopefully the camera is capturing that. All I've done is, with my little tweezers here, I've just kind of have tightened these like around each other, I guess. Can't find the word. Twisted them around each other, made them so that they're a little stiffer. Hopefully that makes a little bit more sense. And that still might be a little too long. I'm not sure if y'all can see that, but that might be a little long. I'll take a little bit off of them, off of both. A little bit off of the red though, because the red did have a little bit more. So just shorten them up a little bit. Hopefully you can see that. All we're gonna do is, once I get them soldered, I'm gonna drop those in there. I'll bring them up to the connector, heat them up. That way it enforces them up a little bit. I think that's the right thing to do. So that's what I should have done to begin with. It gives it too nice. It gives it a little bit of a stubby. If that makes sense. I don't know. Alright, so and then before we do that, we'll also have to slip in a little bit of this red shrink that I'm going to put over that in the connector, just FYI. So I'll cut that strip now and drop it in there so I don't forget, because in the moment I will. It's not going to be too long. I just needed to cover the hookups. That's my main purpose in this whole thing, is to have it cover up that. I'm going to attempt to do it with everything on there as it is and not removing anything, and that might pose to be an issue. And if it does, then we'll go back to basics. We'll go back to basics and then take the whole top apart. My guess is I'm just going to use this here as a little hookup stand, you know, I've got this wedged in there so it can't go anywhere. So I have positive on my front there, negative on my left. I'll try to line up the Tinyhawk and the negative. I might be able to pull these off myself. Okay. I think that's pretty good. Gonna rest that up just a little bit. Rest the iron. I'm gonna try to drop it just a little bit so that we're not very straight up. That's about how it would stay. All right, well, we'll try it out and see how that works. All right, so hopefully we're still recording here. I'm just gonna drop this down a little bit. We're gonna put a little dab of solder. Let me get some batteries, just double check that turns on and it gives us a good signal. We've got the Emax batteries here. I'm just gonna try them out real quick. Here's one. Perfect. We got power. I'm not sure if you can see that. Put a little bit of solder there on top, since we know we got connection, and then we'll shrink wrap and not shrink wrap. We'll heat wrap that. Heat shrink. Sorry. We'll heat shrink these two little connectors. The black one I messed up a little bit because I guess it got a little warm there with the iron. So let me let's see what we got here. We'll figure it out. Be no problem. Get 10 out of the way. Hopefully you can still see that. We're just going to drop a little bit of solder on top here. Okay, all right, so got 2 little dabs there. That's what we got. That's what I came up with there. That's what I have. I'm gonna check the connections one more time. I like that. It looks like the drone likes it. So yeah, we'll use that. Okay, so now that we have that taken care of, I'm gonna use my little, move that out of the way. I'm gonna use my little tweezers here, and my only goal is to move these over towards the wire and try to use it for more support. This black one, like I said, melted a little bit. Not melted, but it got hot and it started to shrink, which I think was fair. I mean, that's normal. Alright, let's see. Okay. That tightened it up a little bit, but that's gonna, this is what I was worried about for this one. I didn't want it to, I want to make sure to grab this one over. There we go. Let's see. That's the, those are the important ones right there. And all I'm doing is I'm just going to run the heat, just running the heat around it. It looks like it's already gripping it pretty good. I'm going to grab that. Hopefully you can still see. I'm just going to hit it with a little bit of heat there. Make sure it's nice and tight. It gives it a little bit of extra protection. I mean, it's not perfect or anything, but at least I know those 2 cables there are nice and tight like that. So yeah, and I wish I'm gonna have to shop around. We have a Harbor Freight not too far away from here. My goal would be to wrap this whole connector in the way that it comes with from the factory or from Emax. It has like a clear, transparent, like a little transparent, clear little, I guess, wrap like this. And I might just wrap it with some black tape or some red tape. I prefer red so that I know that, you know, that's power. But yeah, I really like the way that turned out there. Hopefully everybody can see the black and the red. Just a little bit of a reinforcement. It's not perfect, and by all means it's not going to stop me from like snapping that again, but at least it gives me a time to order another replacement just in case. I do have the XT30 for so that I can start using 2S batteries for this. Problem with that is I just ordered some brand new 1S batteries. I don't think I'm ready to start flying with the 2S, and I'm just not equipped with the chargers and all the fun stuff that comes with the 2S. Like I'm just not ready for the 2S swap, and I know it's just a swap. I have the actual connector, like I said. I mean, there's a positive, there's a negative on the board. They get zip tied right here so that they don't get ripped off the board in case that an incident like the one that I just had happens. So yeah, I mean there's some precautions, and like I said, now I've risen this little flap up. It holds the antenna, at least one of the antennas up, because I have the other one lifted up here. But yeah, I mean that's pretty good. I don't have much slack there anymore, so at least I know, hey, that's pretty tight. If I rip that off, then I'll start thinking about replacing the whole connector and then just making the swap for 2S batteries, because, and then I guess that gives me the opportunity to purchase another drone so that I can use my 1S batteries with. So yeah, perfect. Glad that worked out. You know what? I hadn't used a solder gun in forever. A soldering iron since my early vaping days, where I actually built my own vape mod, or whatever that was, like my own atomizer or whatever. No, not the atomizer, just the mod, like the box. I remember I had bought a little chip and all the parts for it. It was a pretty big deal. I mean, I thought I was big shit back then with my vape, and then that kind of died down, I guess, and I didn't do that anymore. But that was fun, and that's where I had my butane. That's where I had my little butane torch from. But yeah, so got all this off of Amazon. I'm sure everybody's seen these and all that. I mean, these are little helping hands. These are perfect. I love those. My drone, of course. I got this off of getfpv.com. Ordered from them a couple of times now. They are the ones that, and that's my dryer. They're the ones I got the Baby Ratel 2 from. It was on back order for a little bit. I don't think I waited very, very long. I had gotten a free gift card for purchasing the Tinyhawk. And I said, you know what? What are some couple of upgrades that I could do to this immediately? And that was one of the easy ones. I said one of the easy ones, but as you can see, I'm not sure, and I might have to attach some pictures to it. I should have just taken the top off to show. But yeah, so the Baby Ratel 2 came with a connector, but the connector didn't, with a little cable, but that cable did not fit my board on the Tinyhawk 2. So I had to do some magic, and you can see, hopefully you can see, if you can, I apologize, but there's red, black, and yellow cables there. I had to splice those. I used the original connector that came with the Runcan Nano 2. Used that connector after I had failed to extract the wires from the original Runcan Nano 2. So long story short, I tried to use the same. I lifted the pins, got rid of the pins, and I put those pins that came with the Baby Ratel 2 in the Nano 2 connector, but that didn't work because the cables on the Baby Ratel 2 are a little bit bigger. They're just a little bit wider, and I'm not sure, this doesn't help you as reference, but just know that they are a little bit thicker than the original Runcam Nano 2. So yeah, I did that, and I should put that under the gun, but I didn't. But that was a fun little project to do. So, but yeah, thanks for joining me. And yeah, that was a quick fix there. Hopefully it lasts me. I will attach the footage that finally did me in. I had been doing this fly around, and I saw these little metal, I'm not sure what to call them. They look like monkey bars, but they're squared off. They're in squares. And I was like, you know what? I was like, I bet I can do that. I bet I can hit that, is what I said. And oh, I hit it all right. I just hit the ground too hard, and it hit too hard. It flopped my batteries out. So yeah, But anyways, thanks for joining me. I'll try to do some more under the hood type little videos whenever I do get the chance. I'm not sure how good this one looks, so if it looks bad, you won't ever see it. But if it looks kind of viewable, or it is semi-viewable, it'll probably go on the YouTube. And then you'll see it, and then you can laugh at my soldering methods, and you can go about your day. But yeah, appreciate you watching. Hope you have a great day, and Happy New Year. Thank you. Bye.